Good morning, everyone. Had some crazy kind of volatility from last night. Again, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand did have their interest rate decision. They did keep it steady. They did, acknowledge that there is still quite a bit of, uncertainty in the economy. We did see quite a bit of. Let me find that quick. Reserve Bank of New Zealand. So we did have, this NZD index skyrocket. Again, we were looking for some strength here at these lows. But again, a lot of this has been priced in. A lot of people were pricing in these rate cuts. So it makes sense that we're kind of seeing this up move in this NZD. So again, we consolidated down here, looking for this to possibly move to the upside. Got that volatility from the meeting minutes and the interest rate decision where they kept it at 1.5%. So felt like it was pretty priced in. We're at these lows at the same time. Possibly going to see us push a little higher on this NZD. GBP. Actually, well, let's jump into this Reserve Bank of New Zealand. So kind of running down the basis of it is that they still obviously they still acknowledge the China trade war. They're acknowledging that there still is some uncertainty in the global economy, but they left the rates on hold to probably just be patient and see, kind of where things may head. And again, you can see that they said a lower rate may be needed. So New Zealand's economy is turning out to be weaker than the Reserve Bank expected, raising the odds that it will cut rates further. The committee did discuss cutting rates this month, but opted to wait. So they're taking a wait and see approach with these trade talks. So again, a lot of it was priced in. So what we could possibly see with this NZD in the future, this would be a little longer term outlook. We could continue up, and then we could maybe push a little lower after this. But for the week ahead, I'm definitely looking for this to continue pushing up into this 8.5, 8.6 area. Again, Brexit has been, again, we've seen that pound right here. We've seen this pound continue to consolidate and then push a little lower, and that's what we're getting. In the overnight session, we did push a little lower, and that's because, well, no deal Brexit has kind of come back again. We can see that one of the possible, one of the possible dudes, Boris Johnson, for prime minister, who's most likely going to win, right here, has toughened his Brexit rhetoric with a do-or-die pledge to leave the European Union on October 31st. Members of his party are maneuvering to stop him making good on that promise. So, again, a no-deal Brexit creates a lot of uncertainty for that United Kingdom economy, and also, businesses inside of that, because those businesses will have to kind of readjust how they do everything, and overall, it just opens the door for, kind of some chaos, in my opinion. But that's why we're seeing that pound sell off. So again, we're not looking to take this pound long at all. Again, because we know why this catalyst pushed it down. So we need to wait for some sort of optimism around Brexit that would clear out that no deal Brexit talk. And then we would possibly see this move to the upside and even see the loads. But the Bank of England, so Mark Carney, he is the Bank of England president or governor. He says the Bank of England will alter Brexit view if new PM pursues no deal Brexit. So who's a possible new prime minister? And that is either Boris Johnson or I think it was Jeremy Hunt. So if they continue to do that, the Bank of England may readjust their monetary policy stance on the economy, which could maybe see lower rates. Let's see if he mentioned anything about lower rates. Let's see, where is it? Okay, nothing. But the fact that the central bank is now kind of looking at this as an opportunity is, kind of also pushing this pound to some new lows on the index. So China trade front, again, pretty big stuff too. Again, a lot of stuff going on, but it's these same pressing catalysts in the market. So U.S. This came out, I guess, yesterday, but U.S. was set to delay some of these tariffs on this loads, delay more China tariffs ahead of the Trump-Xi meeting. So what I'm kind of interpreting this as is that, you know, Trump secretly wants to get this deal done, obviously, but you know, he's not. You know, obviously with his election coming up, he probably doesn't want to push it too much and keep putting more tariffs on China, especially with how the S&P has been performing. So he doesn't want to, you know, maybe hinder that, and he wants to be more open to and willing to reach some sort of agreement with China. Steven Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, says right here in an interview with CNBC on Wednesday, he says we're about 90% of the way there, and I think there's a path to complete this with the need still for the right effort. So it's hard to believe that there's 90%, that they're 90% of the way there. Again, with it just doesn't really add up to me. So, you know, taking this into caution and, you know, kind of taking it with a grain of salt. So, you know, that's probably partially why we're seeing some of this NZD strength, Australian dollar. Again, we're seeing a little upside, possibly because of the rhetoric surrounding the trade talks. Again, little kind of break here if you want to look at it. So looking for this to go, let's see where we're kind of at on the fib. So kind of a decent break there. Again, we're kind of at some structure, but you know, we'll see kind of how we handle around this 50% and see that if we could, you know, kind of asking for a lot to push up into these highs. That's going to be, you know, dependent on, you know, the China trade talks, you know, that pressing catalyst. So, you know, looking at some of these pairs, see, we'll jump through the odd CHF, odd JPY. Again, odd JPY, yeah, we're seeing this at these lows. So possibly makes sense why we're seeing some up move, but you know, this is not that tight of a consolidation. We like to see a tighter consolidation, but possibly Euro CHF was something that we could maybe play. I'm gonna wait to push this out. You know, on the daily, I kind of do like the consolidation. We could maybe push up into this 61.8 weekly. Let's look at that quick. Again, we are at some structure here. So again, a lot of what the euro has been doing seems to be priced in. I mean, they were talking about that possible, you know, another cut in their deposit rate. Again, we're kind of holding up in here. So maybe that we could possibly be priced in, that we could see some sort of euro strength for that, you know, for maybe the rest of the week, or the euro CHF strength. So CHF2, and we were at these highs. So, you know, looking at this, that I think we could possibly, you know, maybe clear out, you know, this structure which you kind of already broke, but possibly pushed back down into the 236. And that would give us some room for that Euro CHF to possibly play out. Then again, guys, this Euro CHF can move solely based on CHF weakness. That could be that, you know, that currency, that counterparty that pushes us up into that 61.8. So this is an opportunity. Gonna wait and see for a little bit. Or see GBP NZD. So again, no surprise that these are selling off after we've seen the index and kind of the, you know, what's been priced in for that. Again, here's NZD JPY. Again, this is a perfect example of letting your winners run. Yes, we did get some volatility here. Most of us probably got taken out, but we should have been we were at our take profits before any of that, you know, was really happening. So again, this is, you know, this could have potentially turned into a 3 to, you know, 3.5 to 1 risk reward. And again, I'm sure we're going to end up pushing up here to these highs. So that could have possibly, let's see, maybe even a 4.3 to 1. So this is a massive, this is very important, guys. The fact that, understand these fundamentals, and when the time is right, leave some position on and just say, well, screw it. Let's took most of my position off, took half of it off. I'm gonna let the rest of it run and see, see where it goes. I mean, that's trading, guys. So perfect example here. And again, always love seeing this even after years of trading. So NZD/USD. So guys, that's about it. I mean, everything is running. Let's watch this Euro CHF, USD CAD. I know it was consolidated at these lows. We did end up kind of breaking. Broke the low a little, but we're still kind of, let's see if we can maintain here, and we'll watch the fundamentals for this USD and this CAD. But that CAD, seeing some strength from oil still for today, and most likely we're going to see we might see some more strength in the CAD too, oil as well, just with kind of maybe some kind of the optimism around these China trade talks. USD, we still are, I think we're still at these lows. So just an idea that we did push it to these lows, and we had this sell off here. What happened after that sell off? Again, about the same size. So maybe this is some sort of fractal that we could see, maybe just some possible liquidation at these lows. So if we see some more consolidation, I would like to take that to find some USD strength. So guys, that's it. We're gonna watch that Euro CHF for today, and possibly for the rest of the week. We'll see what that USD CAD does, but as of right now, I'm staying away from USD CAD. So that's that, guys. Shoot me some questions if you do have any, and I'll see you guys on today's market.